Hi there, my name is Dee Harris, and I'd like to share with you a piece that I've read from the Book of Joy, a book written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and Douglas Abrams. The piece that I'd like to share with you goes as follows. Generally, when we are speaking of cultivating compassion for someone, we are cultivating compassion for someone who is actually undergoing acute suffering and pain. But you can also develop compassion for someone who may not be experiencing acute pain or suffering right now, but who is creating the conditions for their own future suffering. So you see, the Dalai Lama continued, these people are committing such negative actions, committing harmful acts that create a lot of pain for others. In the Christian tradition, don't you say they will go to hell? The Archbishop nodded, listening. In our view, also those people who are committing atrocities, including murder, are creating karma that brings very serious negative consequences. So there are many reasons to feel a sense of real concern for their well-being. When you have a sense of concern for their well-being, then there is no place for anger and hatred to grow. Forgiveness, the Dalai Lama continued, does not mean we forget. You should remember the negative thing, but because there is a possibility to develop hatred, we mustn't allow ourselves to be led in that direction. We choose forgiveness. I would like to add, the Dalai Lama said, that there is an important distinction between forgiveness and simply allowing others' wrongdoing. Sometimes people misunderstand and think forgiveness means you accept or approve of the wrongdoing. No, this isn't the case. We must make an important distinction. The Dalai Lama was speaking emphatically, stringing one hand against the other. The actor and the action, or the person and what he has done. Where the wrong action is concerned, it may be necessary to take appropriate counteraction to stop it. Toward the actor or the person, however, you can choose not to develop anger and hatred. This is where the power of forgiveness lies, not losing sight of the humanity of the person while responding to the wrong with clarity and firmness. Without forgiveness, the Archbishop added, we remained tethered to the person who has harmed us. We are bound to the chains of bitterness, tied together, trapped. Until we can forgive the person who harmed us, that person will hold the keys to our happiness. That person will be our jailer. When we forgive, we take back control of our own fate and feelings. We become our own liberator. Such wise words. We cannot be held prisoner by our wrongdoer. We can't. We have to let it go. We have to learn from it. We do have to forgive. Otherwise, we will carry it with us to our grave. And rather than having all these wrongdoings piling up on our shoulders, taking up all the space in and around us, let's let it go. Forgive, not forget, learn, even thank these situations for coming. Let them go. Thank them for teaching you. Them for teaching you forgiveness. And then you're free to be consumed with positivity, optimism, hope. Life contains suffering, but life is not suffering. It's how we want it in our mindset. Do we want to be filled with negativity and suffering? Or do we want to move forward, be better people, learn from our life's journeys? I'm hoping that you can forgive. Thank you for being here today. My name is Dee Harris.